From WhatsApp pings to global AI, it all started with a cable under the sea. Back in the 1850s, sending a message from London to New York took weeks. Enter the tech trailblazers of the Victorian era. They dreamed of slinging a cable from the UK all the way to the Americas, under the Atlantic no less. But this was no ordinary wire job. Engineers faced brutal storms, freezing depths, and the challenge of making a cable strong enough to survive the crushing ocean pressure. Early attempts failed spectacularly. Cables snapped, signals fizzled, and investors panicked. Yet they didn't give up. They developed better insulation, clever signal boosters, and the mighty Great Eastern Ship to lay the cable. But carrying such a huge amount of cable on one ship was impossible, so two ships were used, one from the Americas and one from the UK. They met in the middle of the Atlantic to splice the cable together. In 1856, the Atlantic Telegraph Company ordered 2,500 nautical miles of cable, half made by Glass, Elliott, and half by R.S. Newell & Company. But there was a famous engineering blunder. Newell's half had a right-hand lay, while Glass, Elliott's had a left-hand lay. This made splicing them together a nightmare. Imagine how it feels when you make all the effort, spend all the time and money, and in the middle of the ocean you realize you have failed. It's easy to give up, but it's much harder to keep working for a solution. That push forward is what brought us here today. The armoring threatened to unravel from the splice to both ends, but the engineers on board devised a complex fixture to keep the splice tight and save the mission. This reminds us how cultural differences, communication, and even small details matter. But when we work together, we can solve any problem. In 1866, the first reliable transatlantic telegraph line was finally live. For the first time, a message could cross the Atlantic in minutes, not months. This breakthrough didn't just shrink continents. It supercharged global business, diplomacy, and science. It was the original internet, setting the blueprint for our hyper-connected world. Fast forward to today, AI thrives on global data and lightning-fast communication. The cables under our oceans, now fiber optic, are direct descendants of that Victorian innovation. Without those first bold steps, the world of AI and instant knowledge sharing might still be science fiction. So, next time you ask ChatGPT a question, remember, you're riding on the shoulders of those daring telegraph pioneers. Tech history isn't just old wires, it's the DNA of the digital age.